All right, TonyScapone coming to you live on the Epic Storm YouTube tonight. We're going to be playing a little Black Saga Storm. I have hacked into Bryant's system and stolen his list. He doesn't know about it. Definitely doesn't know about it. Per usual, I got to get the word out on Discord, Twitter, and I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I hope you're ready for some Beseech the Mirror action, because that's what we got going on tonight. If you are in the Storm Discord, you know there was a good faith debate between Bryant and I, and there has been for a bit, whether or not to run Beseech in Black Saga Storm. I personally am of the opinion of, it's kind of the coward's position of, I don't think it's obvious on paper which is better, or whether you should play both, or whatever combination. So, and I will reserve judgment until I really do a lot of testing, which I haven't necessarily been doing. However, Bryant seems to think that no Ad Nauseam and adding Beseech is strictly better, and we're gonna test that theory a little bit tonight. So we've got a Beseech list here. Again, no Ad Nauseam. We have a lot of the same culprits. There's no Cabal Therapy, so there's generally less discard, 8 discard spells. There's 1 less Chrome Mox. We of course have Gaia's Will, right? So Beseech, the idea is you fill your graveyard with some things, you beseech for Gaia's Will, you flash it all back, you go and get Tendrils, and you kill your opponent. If your graveyard is shut off, you have access to Song of Creation. And of course, we have an alternate win con and Empty the Warrens, because typically we use Burning Wish so that your only win con, so that Tendrils is not just your only win con. Of course, you do have Urza's Saga, which pulls a lot of weight. It's worth mentioning that we are playing Spire of Industry, so we can suspend Gaia's Will, we can cast Empty, and we can sometimes maybe cast Song of Creation. Not always, but this card will help us do those things in addition to that casting our Abrupt Decay, so we have some additional removal spells. I've never been a huge fan of Cut Down, but it's close. Probably my biggest thing is that if Archon gets... If they go through the Forge, or whatever it's called, that gets +2/+2, you can't kill an Archon. That's what did it for me, playing Fatal Push instead of Cut Down. But, solid card. We're playing it tonight. Yeah, we got a lot of the... We have more room for removal, since we're not playing Burning Wish, so we're not playing Echo, we're not playing Pier, we're not playing a Tendrils in our sideboard, and we don't have to worry about playing any sort of sorcery that Burning Wish can get, like... removal pieces that Burning Wish can get. So we are playing Cut Down, Abrupt Decay, we've got the Surgicals, we've got Grape Shots so that we can beat Veil. The idea there is that you utilize Song of Creation to draw through your whole deck and get enough spells to kill them with Grape Shot. And then of course we have plenty of solid targets for Urza Saga, so I apologize if that was a little bit long on the deck, but we are going to jam some games. I will see you in round 1.
Looking to make playing your favorite combo deck much easier? Look no further than the Epic Storm Mini Token Combo Pack, which is available at theepicstorm.com/shop for $14.99. This combo token pack comes with 84 double-sided tokens. That includes our classic Storm and mana tokens, as well as fan favorites such as Goblins, Squirrels, and Slime Time Live. But that's not all. We've expanded this token pack to cover a variety of formats with new tokens. Stop on by theepicstorm.com/shop and make an easy decision to elevate your combo game.
And I do, of course, want to thank our sponsors, both Moxfield and Card Hoarder. And I do want to mention that I do have my own YouTube as well as Twitch, Patreon, and just started a podcast called The Brews of Paradise. So if you're interested in a brewing and primarily strategy-based podcast, not your typical like news or whatever type of podcast, go check it out. We're 4 episodes in. I'm going to be recording episode 5 come this week. It is myself, Kill a Bee, and Punishing Waterfalls included. We will be kicking it off with some guests 2 episodes from now. First guest is going to be Brian Koval, a co-host on Bryant's podcast, the Eternal Glory podcast. So all good stuff. If you've been digging any of my creations, that being the Epic Gamble, Black Saga Storm, and or EO or Jewel, I have a lively Discord and various resources that you can pull from to help you along the way. So here we are, round 1. What's up, D. Allen? Against SR Ruiz 08, we have lost the die roll. It looks like we have a Saga and some redraws, multiple redraws, and we're on the draw. And then we have everything else. I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit dicey, right? But our deck is mana, disruption, and action. We have all of those things except for an initial black mana source, and maybe not quite enough total mana, but we have a lot of the things that we need. I think it would be a mistake to throw this one back. Let's get these baubles out there. Might as well activate one now. Basic Island. Okay, I'll play another one. Play Saga. And I mean, they probably aren't playing Bowmasters in this deck. Yeah, I guess getting some information is worth the probably non-existent threat of Bowmasters. All right, Lion's Eye Diamond. We are looking very explosive here. I probably should use the bubble there, but sorry. We need an initial black mana source. And then we'll be popping off. Another land. Played the one that we saw. Alright, we got 2 draws here. Black source. Okay, I mean that's not bad. Ancient Tomb is probably the best non-black source draw. Because now, provided they don't blow up our Saga, we're going to be able to get a black source. And we're no longer worried about our life total for ad nauseam purposes. Obviously, I'm worried about it going down to 0. Wouldn't want that, would we? So we don't know if they kept Strand or not. Obviously, if they need lands, they will. If not, they won't. Their brainstorm, okay. Could mean a number of things. I think mostly it's that we are you know, we have a full grip of cards, and a Saga's about to pop off. They're under the gun to do something meaningful or have meaningful interaction in their hand. They can't just sit on brainstorms. Righty. It's probably going to be a Narset or a Teferi. I don't really care about either of those. Like, I probably care about Narset the same amount that I care about Ponder. Like, it's just card selection. Ponder's actually worse for us than Narset, but still, we're fine. This Saga does mean they have to commit something to these, or else they die. Hopefully, we get an active Opal here. Ooh, 2 black sources. Okay, okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. I just did not mean to make a construct there. It is a bummer, but we're probably fine. If they counter this, then we're punished, right? Oh yeah, okay. So that's very good for us. They're probably gonna have double interaction, but I think we can give that a lot of trouble too. Luster Storm. This goes to 5 cards. Can't effectively go to 7. Gonna be casting Teferi. Maybe we just take Force. Play Wishclaw. And I'm gonna play these out. Get in for 6. Get Rodney on there. So you want to get Rodney on the podcast? Rodney, the creator of the Reanimator deck that we played on stream a couple weeks ago. Local friend. Comes the Ferry. Now, it's obligated to bounce a construct, so they can't even bounce this Wishclaw, which is nice. That means they have 2 draws. Holding up Fluster. In a very good position here. Oh, that was a great draw. Press. You gonna Fluster this? No. They are going to have access to a Brainstorm, which is a little bit awkward. We have 6 cards. We'll not be able to... Well... Let's take the Fluster. 1, 4. Let's attack them. Or no. With bargain, we need to kill Teferi. We might not even bargain. They let Cabal Ritual go. And they die. Right? 2. Unless they could brainstorm for force. We only have 6 cards still. I'm still attacking them, though. Because they have another Teferi. We're not actually getting Teferi off the board. Need one more card in my graveyard. We could go get a discard spell, but then we don't have the black, right? So it's like... I think we would have, if I hadn't messed up and just made a construct by accident, I think we would have had enough to, like, hit them with double action and plow through their initial stuff. Alright, so they go for Teferi. We gotta bounce this construct. Once again. Either Vista. Brainstorm, Lorien Revealed, and 2 unknowns. That all was great. Six, 7, 8. So I can even double Beseech. We can't bargain. You know, brainstorm, and we just have a kill, like, on board. We basically need to hit perfects here. They need, like, force blue card fluster. They found the force. Pitching Supreme Verdict. Suppose they could have Stifle, but it's like, I'm just going. I'm no coward. They do have Flusterstorm in their main deck, so... I wonder if it's some sort of show and tell deck. Really think I want to do anything here, though. No coward stream, that's right, Jared. Could play Abrupt Decay. It's okay against Narset, but they're going to get an activation. It's not like Narset's really stopping us. Stop Song of Creation, I guess. Protects us from, like, or can, like, no rod effects, Stony Silence. But we do have to pull off some Spire of Industries and, like, a swamp. Oh, it changed my swamp. What the heck? I think I submitted before I changed it. Bummer. I want Song of Creation. Bucket against Narset. Gets blasted. Good to sidestep Graveyard Hate, but they're probably not really going to have Graveyard Hate. It's an alternate way to win if we draw Gaia's Will. It's one of the issues with mono black and playing all these Beseeches is now you have Gaia's Will, Song of Creation, Empty the Warrens, and Tendrils. They're all super awkward to draw. Fire of Industry does alleviate that problem. But if you have Tendrils in your hand, like, you have to cast it from your hand. You can't put it back in your deck with a Brainstorm. You don't have a Burning Wish to go for. You need to kill them with it, or kill them with Saga tokens, or kill them with Empty. It could get awkward. I think I want to just play, like, a couple of Abrupt Decays. They had a sweeper, so... Well, I kind of have to keep another WinCon in, though. Alright, I'm going to cut a Chrome Mox and an Opal, because they're not great against Prismatic Ending. Sure. I don't mind this. We are immediately going to be met with a important decision. Do we want to use Chrome Mox so that we can play an immediately active Urza Saga, which is important, especially on the draw, if we want to be able to pressure something like Narset, like Teferi, at the expense, of course, of imprinting Beseech. We could also just use our Petal, so that we don't imprint Beseech. I'm going to imprint the Abrupt Decay, and I am going to play my Saga turn 1. Beseech is a little more valuable than Abrupt Decay. Alright, don't care about Surgical. Don't necessarily care about Force of Will. Could just take Brainstorm. No, I'm still going to take Force of Will. I'm going to play Saga. It's going to pressure them. One of the best things about Saga is that it pressures their cantrips. So these cantrips that they cast are... They need to find... Like, you're playing against a Storm deck and you have no permission, so you want to find permission. But your opponent also just played a turn 1 active Saga. Yeah, no fetch. That's a good point. Is a Prismatic Ending on Chrome Mox. This is why I trimmed one of these cards and was disappointed to see it in my opener. It's a good draw. I'm going to play Petal. Saga. I will make a token. So far, it looks like we are able to make 3 out of the 4 Saga tokens, which is pretty good. The first one on time. Ugh, apologize for the shuffling. Under no shuffle. The islands have surgical and 3 unknowns. Yes, I've been systematically defoiling my cards. Not an easy thing to do. I guess I do want Opal. Gonna get worse if they sweep constructs is the only problem. Romox would be nice, but don't have it. Yeah, I'll get the Opal. Swamp, make a thing. And do you have Dress Down? Doesn't look like it, but they might be waiting. They do not. Nothing. Probably have a sweeper, though. Just got a turn 2 win in Timeless with my Grixis Dragon Storm deck. Woohoo. Nice. Aiden, what's going on? This is a meltdown. It's a bummer. It's one of the reasons I didn't want to get Opal. And maybe I just shouldn't have. So one of the ways that you combat Meltdown is by making sure your Saga actually converts into a card by using Bauble. Ritual was an interesting draw. We win if we get LED and they don't have anything left. They do have Surgical. Certainly complicates things. Four, 7. Might as well's not really gonna do it. We could make some number of goblins. No, we can't bargain. That's okay. I mean, I guess same thing, like either bargain or use LED to just have enough mana. Bargain's 1 mana less. So we can like we get a card to sack. 1. It's 4 or 5. We can beseech, bargain whatever artifact. We're gonna have 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're gonna have Cabal Ritual. So we can Beseech bargain for Cabal Ritual. Then we don't have another bargain target. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 6. 2 post Beseech. Yeah, we can't take that line. I think I'm just gonna make a short number of goblins. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, just 6 goblins. I honestly think it's the best thing to do here. Kind of a bummer. Good Song of Creation, but I don't really have follow-up. Seize the Surgical, yeah. Alright, let's get Bobble. If they want to fluster this. Okay. They have 1 card. Surgical. Well, I guess they could have shuffled it away. I'm gonna Bobble. I know we still need bargainable things, but I would imagine we're gonna find something that we can bargain away. If you take Brainstorm, they can't ponder safely until they find another blue card. Sure. They have a lot of blue cards, though. You have to ask yourself, am I going to win most likely through the combo or through Saga? And I think it was most likely through the combo, so at some point we're going to have to take the Force of Will. So you might as well take it then and there, because here's the thing about cantrips. They don't always find what the person needs. You can take the thing that you definitely need to take at some point and then give them the opportunity to not find what they need with cantrips, or you can take the cantrips, save them the mana, and leave them with the card that you needed to take in the first place. There are plenty of points where I think it's correct to take cantrips, and I guess it was reasonable at the beginning of this game, but ultimately I don't think it was 100% correct. I might wind up pinched for mana. They just brainstormed, which... anything. I'm gonna wait, but I don't love it. Here's the thing about waiting. If we draw Black Source, they weren't, and they didn't, you know, hide permission on the top of their deck, which is kind of risky in that spot. Okay, that's not a terrible draw. And we didn't draw a Black Source, but... like, if I had more initial mana sources, I'd 100% be keeping this. But it's tempting to use it, because then you can draw Black Source and slam Beseech and hope that they... ooh. Let's Duress. Let's see what they got. 2 surgicals. Okay, then. So now we can Beseech if they don't surgical. They might. But then they're wasting it on, like, not a very good target, which is kind of fine with me. Let's see if they want to use it. Quote, cantrips don't always find what the person needs. Okay, so they did use it. Which is fine. I mean, I could have been patient and waited a turn, but they could draw Brainstorm and, you know, make our Duress look silly. One of the problems I have with this list is that Infernal Tutor is one of the most efficient ways to get to your Beseech. Don't get me wrong, the card has problems, but they play Tundra. Alright, I am gonna go for it here. Seem to be F6. Cast with bargain. Bargain away. Vault of Whisper. Oh. They're off it. We're going to bargain away Vault of Whispers. We're going to get Gaia's Will. We're going to cast it, hold priority, crack LED. And then we were going to cast their whole graveyard and kill them. So we did get there. Took a little bit. But we got them 2-0. Didn't drop a game. That's nice. We are 1-0. I like that. See y'all in round 2.
Moxfield.com is the easiest way to build a Magic deck online. They support over 30 formats, including Legacy and many other Eternal formats. There are so many options to view decks the way that you want, from text view to individual cards, mana value, and even card price. There's also light mode and dark mode. My personal favorite feature is card tags. This way you can sort cards by function. Moxfield supports collection tracking, Scryfall search, decklist feedback, and so much more. Follow me on Moxfield.com so you can stay updated on all of my decks.
Okay, this hand has mana, an active Saga, we are on the draw, and we also have a redraw. It is stable, it is explosive, however it doesn't contain either real action outside of a redraw or disruption. Fast Saga is nice. A lot of explosive mana is also nice. If they are on a deck that does not have permission, then we are certainly likely to draw into a kill. I'm going to keep this. I'm not sure that, well, I was going to say I'm not sure that I would keep it on the play. You don't get that extra draw to find the action. However, playing the Saga turn 1 on the play is more powerful, which is mostly what we're retiring ourselves to. Okay. Well, Wasteland sucks. Action? Not quite. Let's bobble. Probably a Bowmasters, though. I'm going to play the Saga. If you want to waste it, do it. Do it. Didn't do it. Get a Bowman? No Bowman. What are you drawing? Knight. It has excellent taste. Yeah, Jared? I disagree. Oh no. Definitely not casting that Knight anytime soon. Getting a Dryad Arbor. No land drop. I like that. Alright, 2 draws here. Action. Action. Ugh, brutal. Oh, sorry. No, we just started match 2. We won 2-0. Yeah, I kept a hand that this could certainly happen, right? We were on the draw with a redraw. It was explosive. Also with an active saga. But this was the risk. However, again, like I said, if they are not a deck that has permission, and they are not, and we do draw action, which we haven't yet, we're just going to kill them on the spot. It's nice that there's no Collector Roof in play. They had Green Sun Zenith, they would have cast it, but I'm hoping this hits something. It does. Do we normally get LED off Saga in this deck? Quite often, yes. I don't think I care about either of these, but I guess crop rotation could potentially be more of a problem. Collector Roof is for nerds, yep. A compelling take. Is there a magic card that isn't for nerds? What color do we make? Let's make... just make black. Just to make him think maybe we have a black card in our hand. Tony stuffs Collector Oof gamers into lockers, yeah? This is a fact. Can we please? Can we please? Personally bullied me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a bully. I will accept that. Alright. Alright, deck. Last chance. Oh. Actually, just supposed to go to discard. There is... no, there's no chance they can sack a land. Maybe they don't see it. Do they know what their cards do? They do. They seem to be aware of what their cards do. That's a bummer for us. Yeah, we were not drawing action. Okay, that was possibly my fault. Probably shouldn't have kept it. Alright, Abrupt Decay is good. Be cutting down. I'm not sure I mind Grape Shot. This is my problem with Aether Spellbomb. Matchups that I mean, most of the time you're just trying to kill Collector Roof, and this certainly doesn't do that. It does help you layer, like unlock with one of these, and then bounce their, you know, Teague. How much do we want? night, so there's going to be deafening silence. This is probably too much. I'm going to have to walk back on this. Let's see what we don't want. I don't want cards that are bad against Force of Vigor. You need to remove some of these in some capacity, and I don't want all this discard. Certainly don't want Duress. And I don't even think I want at least the full suite of Thoughtseize. Yeah, we have a high enough density where I'm comfortable. Yeah, you can, since we're not playing Burning Wish and we have the extra space, it makes sense that you can use this for what it is good against. Whereas in previous iterations, if you were playing it, you were playing it in place of something that you really couldn't afford to be playing it in place of. I guess I'm fine with the Thoughtseizes. I don't hate just entirely cutting Chromox. Really that bad against Force of Vigor. This is without it. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have a ton of... It's another problem that I have with Decay in this list. There's only so many like green and black sources that you can string together to kill a Null Rod or Collector Roof. I'll play one of them. Gives us 3, 4, 5. That's fine. Maybe empty is just not good enough. Decays for the blue decks. Yeah, I mean, I don't love diluting the combo against blue decks. I guess we keep this. I'm not in love with it. Not the easiest matchup. I think we are favored, but only slightly. And after having lost the first game, it's definitely going to make it a lot harder. However, they have mulligan to 5, so that helps. I'll play out the might, sure. They're playing white. Could be Abzan. Do we see? Whatever. I'm not going to bobble. Savannah. Quick reflexes can be a beating. Certainly can. Alright, they mulled a 5 and have a Mox Diamond. They're down 3 cards. Will it matter? LED's good. Get a swamp in. Oh yeah. I'm so not used to playing with this card. You're right. I should have. And I will. Or you just kill them. We have 8. It's 5 mana post Wishclaw. We know they have Endurance. giving them a Wish Claw. Could make goblins. No, that gives them a Wish Claw. We have to actually kill them if we're going to give them a Wish Claw. We need... Can't really beat Endurance here. They holding a green. We know they have an Endurance. So we can't kill them with Guy's Will. We can't go goblins with a Wish Claw. I mean, can you? Or are they? They're gonna have a sweeper, right? I'm just gonna kill their diamond. Need to be able to pull off a Song of Creation. It's fine. They have 3 cards. I mean, it's possible they don't have a green card. Thoughtseize would definitely be the best draw. That's not a bad draw. Don't you do it, OP. Don't you do it. Honestly, even if they do, this being Force of Vigor, we're still in a really good spot. Yeah, they're just off it. Yeah. Okay, on the draw. Run it back. That's awkward. 2, 3. I do love Cabal Ritual with Ancient Tomb. 4. Sack the LED. Get the thing turn 1. I'm gonna keep. Probably getting the Savannah. So we still haven't seen black or red. Not getting Thoughtseized or Deafening Silenced. Drew Cut Down. If we had drawn another 0-drop, we could have gone Song. Like Goblins. Ten Goblins. Followed by Sagas, yeah. It's a little bit late. I do have to play Ancient Tomb, but this is true. Yeah, I think it's better than passing the turn for sure. Again. Get him with the gobos. Scoop it up. You could scoop it up. Legolas, these reflexes. Okay. Arbor. Cut down trees at some point, maybe. Ooh, putting off the storm count. Sorry. Okay. They would need. All right, let's get in. Getting in with D's. Natural order, yeah. I mean, make it a 2020, does it? No. It's in Cradle Control, but that's not what we're playing against. Okay. We remain undefeated. We are 2-0. I'm not going to forget. I will put it on the record box. But see y'all in round 3. We got him.
With Card Hoarder, renting your favorite combo deck has never been easier. There isn't a more affordable solution for Magic Online. Want to play the deck in this video? Check out the pinned comment below to easily rent the deck from Card Hoarder. Did you know you can rent the Epic Storm from Card Hoarder for as little as 7 tickets a week? We've made it simple to do so by including a button to rent the entire deck at theepicstorm.com/deck.
Undefeated. I like it. I do want to mention that if you are enjoying the content that you see here and you want to help support it and get access to all sorts of additional perks, I would suggest that you join as a YouTube member, or there are links below. You can join the Patreon. The Patreon, I know, has a solid sideboard guide for the Epic Storm. Always has. Probably always will. Bryant is here in the chat, and I'm going to get from him the answer to the question of what is it that you get, what is the difference between the YouTube membership and the Patreon. I'm not as familiar with the small nuances that differs the two. If you could fill me in, I could tell our audience. This hand is, it's slow, but I guess we keep. Wants to find discard. One of the problems I have with 8 discard spells and only 4 baubles is that we're not finding our discard spells as often, and we're not going to have them as often, and we can't be as liberal with them. Let's bobble. YouTube gets early access to videos, and Patreon gets the sideboard guide. They don't talk to each other, unfortunately. Delverino, the namesake. Let's play Ancient Tomb. And we can display some patience here. Figured they would get rid of that one. And they cast the Brainstorm. Delver players are also nerds. Yep, this is correct. We've confirmed it. We have a Delver player in the chat. Self-proclaimed nerd. Because we're not nerds. We the cool kids. Ooh, that was a little bit graphic. Shuffle away an unholy heat. Thing tells me they do have a wasteland. That's a Darcy. Casting Dark Ritual is very cool. Yeah, it is. That is a fact. That's a good draw. Two, 4, 5, 4. Going now is not very good against Daze. I think I pass. Hidden behind the blanket. Oops, sorry. Only so much I can do about that. Oop, no, wrong way. You can make it smaller, but you don't really want the cards to be smaller, right? You move the camera. Oops, sorry. Camera just a little bit. Maybe that will help. So still end of my turn. Okay. That's a sacrifice you're willing to make for me to be cozy. Nothing cozier than a necrophagist shirt. Yep. Agreed. Tony, thoughts on no more Wednesday night legacy at ELDs? Switching to weekly vintage cube draft. I am pumped. I am one of the individuals that pushed it. Andy and I were the ones beating that drum. Mostly Andy because he has the cube. What's this? Classic nothing. All right, they choose not to. They're not killing construct. I still want LED, huh? We have no guys. Well, we don't need LED. We have to song here. We'd be casting Duress, hoping that it's enough to get our Beseech through. We're gonna have need an extra black source. That'll give us 3, 5. Now we're still not gonna have enough to double Beseech. We're chaining Beseeches, yeah. I don't think we're gonna need LED though. I think it's just either Romox or Petal. Petal's fine. Imprinting the Will. I want black sources though, right? 3, 4. I guess technically I only need 4. So yeah. That 3 Force of Wills. Okay. They have a bolt. Take 1 force. You have to convince them to use their Force of Will. Surely this will do. Problem is they can bolt our construct token, and then we do need to draw into an artifact to turn Opal on. And then we can't really do anything with Beseech since Guy's Will's gone. I mean, I guess you cast this Daze here, yeah. Random, but do you want me to get anything signed for you at the Denver RC? I don't know the full artist list that's on me, but if it's something you're interested in. No, I don't really do signed cards. Thank you, though. I think we're dead. Don't think we have an out. We have plenty of outs if we had Guy's Will in our deck, but we don't. Need to stop drawing Gaia's Will. I mean, I think we're going to feel that way a lot between Gaia's Will, Tendrils, Song of Creation, and Empty the Warrens. We don't have Brainstorm. Mostly draw cards horizontally. So I want Shadow Spear. It plays into Meltdown, however, it's really helpful. Still one of the best cards against them. I guess I want these Abrupt Decays. Do it really, though? Really neuters our game plan. I want the empty. I don't want Song in my deck here. But I feel like we have to have it. Now we also have Shadow Spear. Having Shadow Spear, Song, Empty, Gaia's Will. There's just so many clunkers. Alright, no Song. No Song in the deck. I mean, I guess we can keep this. It's not great, but mulliganing is not good against them. And I think it's playable. I'm using Bauble for cards that I want to get to. That is not one of them. That's good. I could play Opal so that Abrupt Decay is turned on. I could hold it so that I ultimately have more firepower for Empty the Warrens. I'm really unhappy with 8 discard. It's just not enough. Sylvan. Alright. Yes. I mean, they could always be on 4 color, but We're one shy of double Beseech. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Otherwise, I would just go for that. I might still kind of go for that. The problem is, like, I could go for that, hoping they counter, or they're going to counter it, and then untap, and then go again. The problem with that is we give them Sylvan. I think I just have to kill Sylvan Library. We saw Delver, it's probably not 4-color. I don't know. Is that necessarily true? You're probably right. Come on, discard. Yeah, I mean, it's good. This costs 4 as a discard spell. So we're in the same spot where we're trying to spend 8 mana in one turn. So we got a Wishclaw pass. 3, 4. Yeah. How do I want to go about that? Chrome Mox. Play into Daze or Meltdown. I guess we just... don't like this. Play into Daze. You could say, oh, you're not beating Meltdown anyways. I don't think that's necessarily true. Because if they melt down these, we still have, you know, we draw a Bauble. We still got some game. Did in fact have the Daze. I mean, maybe we should have just played into Meltdown. They just have both. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, except you don't just lose to Daze. You do lose to Meltdown if you play all your stuff there and they have it. It is turn 4. But don't worry, because they had all of the things. I'm sure they also have a force. Yeah. 2 cards. I will stick around to see if we draw Saga. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Why wouldn't they draw another force? Alright, give me... I guess Saga into Ancient Tomb doesn't even do it, because we're going to pay 4 life. They're still going to win that race. Alright, they got it. They got us. Alright, we lost the match. That's fine. We're 2-1. See you in round 4.
Want early access to articles at theepicstorm.com? Become a member of our Patreon to get articles 7 days early, on top of other sweet benefits, and help us pay our website team. You can sign up at patreon.com/theepicstorm.
So everyone always has it except for Aiden. Aiden never has it. So in my experience, discard as your only source of disruption only works these days when you overload it on it. Which is what we've traditionally done by playing either 9 or 10 in addition to more baubles. It's one of the costs that is associated with playing Beseech, because you can't do that. I'm not saying that this needs to do that. I'm saying you make a lot of concessions when you play Beseech, and that is certainly one of them. The ball therapy, which both Mishra's Bauble and Urza's Bauble help, and the fact that you have 8 other discard spells. And you have constructs to flash it back. That's very good. Even just being able to have one in your deck so that your Wishclaw Talisman can go get it, it is oftentimes a double discard if you have a construct. There are times where the only way that you win is if you draw it, so that you can double discard them. Okay, we are in round 4 playing against Wick 3. We got a bunch of sagas and a bauble. We're just going to do saga stuff. Double accelerated saga. And when I say double accelerated, I mean both of them. Likely, most likely. So I can go turn 1 saga, turn 2 saga, and activate both of them on time. I didn't sequence this correctly, but it's not exactly important sequencing. Like you could be nitpicky and be like, well, why give them the Urza Saga information before you play these, right? Because whatever. Because meh. That's a forest. We're playing against lands. I have a no wasteland opener. However, we're probably dying before this stuff happens. If we can get one of these to actually pop, good chance we can find a tutor and just actually get there. Sphere on top. Okay. On top. Sphere on top. For those in the back. More saga stuff. Jeez. Do I have to skip and play Ancient Tomb? No, I think I just have to use this pedal. Okay, Saga on top, Saga in hand. I mean, Sphere on top, Sphere in hand. Tabernacle. And nowhere to go. Where do we go? Guess we're just paying for constructs. Take Crop Rot. Alright, we're gonna play Sphere. It is a little bit awkward for them. And then go Tabby. The dude. Let's pay for said dude. Oops, I tapped the wrong one. That's not good. That was bad. I can't make a second construct right now, and I want to. It's a bummer. Okay. I'm not sure that Bobble helps here. Like, trying to draw into the combo doesn't do anything, because we're not comboing. Definitely not comboing. So... if I had any card to imprint, I would get Chrome Mox. I guess I'm just getting LED. We do have a chance here. Hey Tony, do you think you'll try out that new artifact ability cost reducer from the new set in Jewel? I might. The 2-in-1. The 2-in-1 blue for a creature that makes artifacts you control. Their activated abilities cost 1 less. And you get a clue every time you play a spell or an artifact spell. It's very powerful. I will say that. It is very powerful. You only have 2 spheres and a loam. We're gonna make a dude. I get a petal. Play Saga. Play Bobble. And attack. Wow. Wow. There you have it, folks. Sphere and Tabernacle. Not good enough. Okay, we want those. We don't need cut down. Surgical is probably not good enough. We want Haywire Mites. Spellbomb is probably just good enough. It's nice to have. Three, 6. So probably Trim Duress. Thoughtseize isn't like that much better. I definitely want to just literally cut Chrome Mox. It's that bad against Force of Vigor. Mox Opal is not great against Force of Vigor. And Ball Ritual. What do I want to do with these? We don't need empty, so that's actually easy cut. So I can bring one more in. Sure. Awkward. We only have one in the deck. We don't have a Burning Wish, so if we want to kill them with Tendies, it does have to come from hand, which basically means we can't use Lion's Eye Diamond unless it involves Gaia's Will. Which helps. Gaia's Will does alleviate the awkwardness of one Tendrils. One's dicey. They mulligan to 5. What is the limit of trimming artifacts with Beseech? Less of an issue in Black Saga Storm, probably. You mean trimming when you're sideboarding, or trimming with deck construction initially? There's a lot of artifacts. Yeah, there's a lot of artifacts. These are good draws. They have one card in hand. I think we're actually favored here. Listen to Mark? Why not? You just asked the question. You talk smack about Storm players on the YouTube podcast. Uh-oh. Mark would never talk smack about a Storm player. Never. Never. He loves Storm. In fact, caught him playing Storm. I saw that. We see you, Mark. Are we actually gonna activate this? We have one card. There's some awkwardness here. We could just wait and activate this one. We could just make a token while we have the chance. I think we have to wait, though. I think we just want to run all this out. You get to see their next card. That's nice. Exploration does not help them. I'll talk smack about Storm players on YouTube. I think that Tony's hatred of Karn might be a little too personal. Disagree. Disagree. Not personal enough. I mean, it's not like I did a 24-hour stream and desecrated a Karn on stream the entire time. You know, I'm not that crazy. Do I look like the kind of guy who would microwave a Karn? We could make 2 tokens. You'd have to blow. You'd have to go Opal, use Petal, make a token. Let this pop for a Chromox. Use the other Petal to make a token. You'd be left with Saga, token, Opal, Chromox, 2 4/4s, as opposed to 5/5, 3/4, 5, 6, a 7/7. Okay, not worth it. And we get to keep our petals. Now, we could just get the Haywire Might. But I think we just want to keep doing this. We can get Haywire Might with this one if we want. We took all the Chromoxin out. Forgot about that. I'm just gonna... It's kind of a bummer, huh? Let's get the Might. Would kill the Mox Diamond. I think it's supposed to. But wait. Does neuter this construct, I'm gonna wait. What kills us is Merit Lage. And I don't think they can make a Merit Lage on this one draw. Interesting to me that they haven't played Exploration. I guess they keep it for Force of Vigor, right? It's not doing anything. Wouldn't do anything. Bobble. Do we cast spells or make a construct? Use the cast spells. We can cast a discard spell. We can also Might and kill them, probably protected. Yeah, let's do that. LED. Oh. They drew Force of Vigor, that's bad for us. We're gonna Thoughtseize, because if it's Endurance, I want to take it. Oh, I probably should have counted. We don't actually have the mana up front. I think I was counting mana from Saga or getting LED. Help. I'm a dummy, sorry. And I should have bobbled before I cast this. Playing lazy. In Crop Rot. I think I take Crop Rot here. Just invite them to sphere us again. But that was poorly played. I do think it was correct to do what we just did. It's just we weren't supposed to get LED. Saga incoming. Pretty good for them. We need to draw a mana source so we can kill them. They go for the sphere. Okay, they go to 8. I'm gonna bobble. That information flowing. Forest, okay. Here. Draw a petal. We cannot draw lands. Turn 6, we haven't drawn one. Up decay. Let's play Petal. And get in. Now they're at 2. We draw land, we can Tendrils them. The, I don't want to call it old-fashioned way, just the honest way. Put it that way. The old tendies for 2. All right, what do they have here? Map. Okay. Makes sense. Caracas. Mana. Jeez. It's turn 7. Come on, man. Oh, sorry. Attack. They trade. We abrupt decay 1. Or they try to trade. Or it does trade, because it goes down to 5 from using a petal. Or no, we have to use 2 petals if we did that. That's not worth it. Get a 4/4 that dies. They would all trade. Yeah, I just shouldn't have attacked. I almost wonder if Decaying the Sphere gives more outs. I mean, we have to use 2 petals is the problem. They're gonna make it 20/20. We just need to draw a mana source. A land. Or Dark Ritual. We do deserve it at this point. It is turn 8. Oh my god. Turn 8, not a single land. I guess we deserve to lose there because I did punt. I did miss sequence. Like we had a protected win, and I just didn't count the mana and got an LED. It's a little spheres. It's a lot of spheres. They have at least 5 spheres. I guess I want to rest. A lot of butter though. Spell bomb just isn't worth it. I mean, that's what you get. We had a protected win and didn't take it. This hurts. Can't play it on turn 1. You can go land, exploration. Oh no! I didn't mean to click. Literally didn't mean to click. What did I take? Okay, whew. Took a sphere. I mean, taking exploration would have been okay as well. Still be able to take the spheres. All right, they go land, exploration, wasteland, hit you. So it's actually really bad. That's why I was considering taking the exploration. Then they want to get to their spheres, and they probably wouldn't wasteland us. But the old misclick and never punished. Get it out. Alright, port is annoying. Loam is scary. That's good. Yeah, so we're just locked at this point, right? There's loam. Exploration. This all stems back from not taking exploration. Their hand was nuts. We have to draw into a combo kill. Like, we don't necessarily need lands, right? We can draw LED and tutor. Okay. Okay. We have some draws. I think it's going to require 2 draws, but the Seiju is annoying. Definitely. Use it my draw step. Don't use it at all. Okay. Use it on Saga. Please. Oh. Okay. Play Swampy. Does Beseech win? No. If they let us have a swamp, then it could. They let us have a swamp and don't hold up Beseiju. They're not going to do that. Plus, we're getting ported. It's something. Now we just want to draw LEDs. Nothing but LEDs. Cabal rituals work. That's a stage, so we have to draw LED now. But that's even work. 2, 4, 5, 8. Or It could. LED? We're gonna have 7. Still enough. LED? Tendrils, they're at 19. Sure. You know, there's no draw after this. It's gonna get us there, so we're gonna move on. We are 2-2, so we're gonna move right on to the final round. I'll see you there.
The Best Legacy Podcast? That would be Eternal Glory featuring myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Cobal and Phil Gallagher. We're available on all major podcast platforms and YouTube.
According to 2014 Bryant Cook's tournament report, that being Mark Strassman, aka Strass Daddy, Maverick Extraordinaire, we'll call you. According to 2014 Bryant Cook's tournament report, according to 2014 Bryant Cook's tournament report, that being Mark, deck box was dirty, so no, I guess I do not look like I own a tabby. It's fun to work backwards on this conversation. Brian asking, was he wrong though? I'm like, oh, who's he talking about? Oh, he's talking about 2014 Bryant. Talking about himself in the past. What about Bryant from the future? What does the Epic Storm look like from Bryant in the future? All right, here we go. Final round. Oh, I'm gonna change the record. Final round playing against Pink Panther. We have 2 redraws, stable and explosive, somewhat stable and explosive mana. 2 discard spells. I'm going to keep. It's missing some things, but I'm going to keep. I'm going to play and use a bauble to inform my Thoughtseize. Stifle. What a nerd. Back to the cookie. Delver. No permission. They have Stifle. We don't take their turn 1 play. We want them to cast this Delver. Guess we take their Bowmasters. This. No creature on land. Don't care. Gonna take the Bowmasters. Don't care too much about it, but might as well. And then we will continue to maintain perfect information. Another Duress, not ideal. I didn't get a Discord notice that this was going on. Did the Discord update change how it goes out? I did get a little it doesn't say. It said something about it like couldn't send it to everyone. So there is something going on there. Okay, so land on top, right? Misty. What did they play? They played Volcanic, and we got rid of the Delver. They have Misty on top. So they have hardly anything except for the Stifle, which we can just strip. Let's get some action. Come on. Nope. Take the Stifle. They draw Misty. Go flip. And we draw action. Although at this point we can't cast Beseech because we don't have enough. Molten hits your artifacts. Yes, it does, but it is a sorcery. I'm just not going to play an artifact into it, right? And now we're screwed. This does happen from time to time with this deck, as you don't have Brainstorm. Where your baubles just don't get you there. Having said that, we're still, you know, we would like to draw action. Wishclaw Talisman's the best draw. I would have to then actually take Molten Collapse, which I guess I just will take now. I suppose we could have proactively taken Murktide as well. Maybe I should have. I'll accept that. Murktide. Delta. Where do we have perfect information? Oh. I feel like I missed a land drop out of here. Well, we'll just look with Duress. I'm wasting time, sorry. Yeah, let's Duress. Okay, we can officially cast Beseech if we could just draw it. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. We could also cast it if we draw Wishclaw, so any of our tutors does it. And not cast a discard spell in addition to it. Need to draw it now. Okay. Turn 5, 2 redraws, no tutors. Bummer. I want Shadow Spear. My problem with Abrupt Decay. You can't afford to dilute the deck. It's pretty fragile the way that it's built. Even more so now that we're playing Beseech. By playing Abrupt Decays, it's going to just be clunky. Like, most of our answer for things that Abrupt Decay wants to kill is just, we're going to either discard it, or we're going to play around it with Saga, or go under it. And if we're not doing those things, every now and then they're just going to be able to slam it. But while we're here, so I can trim. I don't want Song. Don't want to get melted. Just getting here. How's the list feeling? Clunky. Feels powerful but clunky, which kind of what I figured. We have disruption, we have removal, we have very explosive mana. Are we going to keep another no action? With no redraws. Pretty solid otherwise. Only kind of. I do have to imprint to be able to cast this one. It already feels like a mulligan. Ugh. Do we just go for it here? We bottom Shadow Spear. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. One shy of Thoughtseize. Am I supposed to Thoughtseize first? Kind of neuters goblins though, right? I'm keeping. Some might say it's the coward's play, but I think we have to. No, I don't think we jam. Bryant 6 said if you control an island, sacrifice Bryant 6. You don't control an island, you mean? Or no, if you do control an island, sacrifice it. Huh, it's interesting. Interesting way to try and fix the card. Barely a drawback? No, I mean, the problem with the card is that it's just slotted into blue decks. Oh, you know they drew Stifle. Or no, they're just holding up Brainstorm because they're terrified. I guess I'll play around Days. This is probably lethal. Like, forget empty, I'll just kill you. But let's see. We're gonna Brainstorm. Do we respond with this Dark Ritual? I don't think there's any reason to. Alright, do we have lethal? So this would be 3, 5, 6 mana, Beseech, 2 mana post Beseech, sacrificing Chrome Mox. I suppose we don't even have to. Well, we would be sacking Petal so that we can replay it. Will go to 3, 5, 7. Beseech, Tendrils of Storm 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's a little bit lethal. What do you got, OP? Can we just please? Thank you. Do you mind? Do I just sack Petal to bargain? Whatever. If they counter, we're done. I'm not trying to, you know? You drew it or you didn't. What does surgical do for them? Can we play around it? Boring. Could make gobos. They're either bluffing by pausing. I think they have surgical. I think we're supposed to cast empty. Boo, which means I beseech again. Yeah. If they force this, I'm quitting. I'm quitting Magic if they just decide to let the first beseech go. Pew 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 pew. Yeah, it's I think it's too late for Bowmasters here. Let's say they had Bowmaster and Bowmaster, right? They Bowmaster, kill one, block two of them. That's effectively 3 gone. So they take 11. You go to 8. And then if they did the same thing, it would take 8 and die. I guess they could Bowmaster plus like a blocker, but then they'd have to do all that with 0 fetches. They need a sweeper. No shuffle. Play Delver. They even play sweepers these days? What are they playing? Like Brotherhood's End? No, they just kept to ponder and classic. Honestly, I thought that was game 3. Bummer. Right, we lost game 1. I'm gonna run it back. No one plays Pyroclasm anymore. No one has played Pyroclasm in a long time. Like, Jeskai Control sometimes plays actual factual Pyroclasm, but it was Blazing Volley, and then it turned into End the Festivities. But kind of fell out of favor because once they printed Bowmasters, that kind of deals with X1s. You don't really need sweepers as much for the tempo decks, at least. It did successfully cause me to take empty out of the Epic Gamble sideboard. There's one, but not like the full suite of 4 and bring them in post board. His Bowmasters, although not good enough last game, changes a lot of the math. It can be good against those like 6 or 8 goblins that normally would just kill tempo. Okay, so here's the thing about hands like these. They suck. Come on. We haven't had a tutor in our opener in like 5 openers. I mean, I have to keep this one, but the heck, man. Okay. They did not mulligan. What'd you miss? We mulliganed. Game 2, we mulliganed. Then we turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 make 12 goblins. Got him. We did it. We drew a tutor. Holy crap. That's incredible. Alright, we only have 6 mana, so that means we duress here. Mildly afraid of molten collapse? Is that what it's called? It's a little bit awkward. Tarn on top. I think these cards win next turn. Okay. I get those baubles. Using play. They even took him out of our deck. Can't you see Bobble's not a good draw? There's the Molten Collapse and a Daze. Wait, it's one or less, right? Oh. So you can hit my Opal. Then I'll have 4 mana. I'll need 1 more mana. Or you just take Collapse and wait. They're both a little bit dicey. Oh, we know they're drawing a land, though. Okay. They're both kind of the same thing. Let's take Collapse. And let's draw Lion's Eye Diamond. Oh, we had the Opal draw, Bauble draw coming too. Okay, so we hit a mana, that's good. Hit Ritual or LED. That's not bad either. We just play around days? We have 5. No, we can't. Play Delver, play Delta. Here's the thing. I guess they could, like, not reveal if it's a force, or if they don't hit and then they shuffle and then they draw a force. If we Thoughtseize them, though, they can't draw force. They can draw Brainstorm. Although we have enough mana now where we can just hold the Thoughtseize either way. Unreal, man. What could be better than a force? Drawing a Brainstorm that draws you into multiple forces. Power up. Key. Okay. Well, here goes everything. And sorry about the swamps. These are accidentally, although this is a pretty cool one, I will say. I don't hate it. But they were defaulted. I changed them, but I had entered before I changed it. I prefer either these. Not in all black decks. I don't always like this land, but I think in Black Saga Storm it looks really nice. Or, of course, the classic and favorite. Okay, what do you got? Dude! What did I say? Like, as long as they don't draw Brainstorm into multiple forces, we're fine. This is unreal! You can't be serious right now. Okay. We have one draw to draw a tutor or a discard spell. So stupid. So stupid. Crazy, 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 crazy. What is this? Just also stifle? Another brainstorm. By the way, guys, the other card was another brainstorm. I was gonna abrupt decay one of these, but it doesn't matter because then they can just get lightning bolts. I don't know. Maybe they make a mistake. Let's make him think about the last card in my hand. They probably don't even have to. They can probably daze it and then force. I just want to see how they react. They did in fact do this. What card could we have that would make this better than just forcing it? What are we going to follow up with? Like, what's it going to be? I mean, it's mostly whatever, right? We're dead either way, but I thought it was funny. Okay. Let's make it official. So, we basically ran into the problems that you're usually going to run into. Not having enough discard, so that, one, you oftentimes just don't have enough to even take their permission, or two, you can't be proactive in stalling their game because you need your discard to get your own game through. We certainly saw the clunkiness of the non-black cards. We also saw the power level and how easy in certain circumstances this card can just win you the game. I mean, I would love to see further iterations of something like this. It is definitely different than what everyone's been doing. So I do like that. The 4 Beseech approach was quickly scrapped for its clunkiness. Maybe there's a way to make it work. My official position is there are probably lists with, without, with maybe even any number of, maybe at least 2 versions of the deck that are just fine, you know? I don't know. This was fun. Hope you enjoyed the stormy time here. I do want to thank our sponsors, Moxfield and Card Order. And do want to remind you that I, too, have a YouTube. Go check that out. I have a Twitch as well. I will be streaming tomorrow morning between 10:30 and 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Eastern Standard. And don't forget to check out my podcast that I just started between myself, Killabee, and Punishing Waterfalls. We will be recording episode 5 on Friday, and it should be out sometime next week. But thank you everyone for chilling and storming, and sign up for the Patreon and the YouTube membership for the Epic Storm. Do it, do it, do it. Bryant puts a lot of time and effort, has a lot of resources out there. You have access to them for very low cost, so get out there and pay it forward, right? Not a requirement, though. I'm not trying to force you, right? This is free content. There is a ton of free content. We encourage you to enjoy and take advantage of that, because that's what it's there for, building that community. This list really needs a Limb Duels vault, I think. Joe. We love you, Joe. Love it. All right, that is it for me. I'm signing off. I hope to see you all tomorrow morning on Twitch. We're going to be playing some Jewel. Thank you, Travis. Peace out, y'all.